Welcome to Electronic Seed YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will learn about SRAM-based FPGAs. Let's get started. SRAM-based FPGAs are the most widely used type of field programmable gate array. They were invented by Ross Freeman and store their configuration program in static memory. The output of each memory cell continuously controls logic gates and routing connections. Early commercial success was driven by Xilinx and Altera using standard VLSI processes. The core architectural elements are lookup tables, registers, and programmable routing. We will look at configuration mechanisms, trade-offs, and boot protocols. The SRAM-based FPGA fabric relies on static memory to configure its internal components. There are three fundamental building blocks: lookup tables, registers, and routing. Configuration: SRAM cells control every single programmable element. This memory-based architecture enables reconfigurability and flexibility. Instead of using physical logic gates, we use SRAM cells configured as LUTs to implement truth tables. For an n-input logic function, a LUT requires 2 to the power of n static memory locations. The inputs act as an address to select the programmed output. The propagation delay through a LUT is constant and independent of the Boolean function. This delay remains fixed regardless of the logic complexity you implement. Memory elements like flip-flops and latches are physically small compared to LUT complexity. We have integrated registers built directly into each logic element. This integration ensures sequential designs do not waste precious routing resources. Flip-flops and latches are available locally within each logic block. This enables efficient implementation of state machines and sequential logic. A programmable wiring network connects the logic elements together. Connection points are controlled by bidirectional CMOS pass transistors. Alternatively, we can use unidirectional 3-state buffers for routing. The gates of pass transistors are driven by configuration SRAM cells. The interconnect consists of segmented wires of varying lengths. These segmented wires help minimize delay across the chip. SRAM can be written infinitely, making it the premier choice for system prototyping. Designers can reprogram and test the device immediately without wasting hardware. There is no need to discard hardware when design changes occur. This enables rapid iteration and design verification cycles. These chips can be reconfigured on the fly while the system is actively operating. A single piece of hardware can perform different tasks sequentially. For example, you can reconfigure a display driver when a monitor rotates between landscape and portrait modes. This enables hardware timesharing and adaptive computing. It allows the system to change functionality without power cycling. These devices are fabricated on standard, high-volume silicon manufacturing lines. This lowers production costs compared to specialized processes. It provides more manufacturing flexibility. They leverage the mature CMOS technology infrastructure. And they benefit from economies of scale in semiconductor fabrication. One disadvantage is static power consumption, because SRAM cells constantly consume leakage power. This leakage occurs even when logic is idle and the program is not being changed. There is also vulnerability to intellectual property theft because SRAM is volatile. The configuration bit stream must be loaded every time the device powers up. The bit stream can be intercepted during loading, so the design is susceptible to theft. A large number of configuration bits must be loaded on boot. There is a short initialization delay before the system becomes active. This delay impacts time to market and system startup requirements. Configuration time scales with device size and complexity. This must be considered in system-level design and power sequencing. SRAM loses its state when power is disconnected. So the FPGA must run through a boot protocol every time the system starts up. The configuration stream is typically shifted in serially. Serial loading helps conserve chip pins. There are multiple loading methods available depending on the application. We can use a dedicated non-volatile PROM or EEPROM on the same circuit board. or we can use a download cable from a PC during development. The serial bit stream is shifted into the device. A configuration clock synchronizes the data transfer. The boot process is controlled by dedicated configuration logic. Directly shifting into active logic would cause short circuits and damage. So bits are shifted into a temporary register first. Then they are written in parallel to the configuration memory blocks. For noise immunity, configuration memory cells are designed conservatively. They run slower than commodity bulk SRAM to ensure maximum stability. This prevents power supply glitches from altering the FPGA state. LUTs use 2 to the power n SRAM locations for n input functions with constant delay. Registers include flip-flops and latches integrated into logic elements. Routing uses pass transistors controlled by configuration SRAM. Configuration involves serial loading, parallel writing, and robust memory cells. The key trade-offs are reprogrammability versus static power and IP vulnerability.